Greetings. I'm Diana or Lighthawk. It has been a profound time and year with many more going to the source light and more spontaneously speaking their truth and aligning with sovereignty and divine justice. And there have been so many cosmic alignments besides the eclipse a couple months ago to alert those that are still questioning. The earth is more and more active on many levels, transforming and evolving more and more of that emerald green, the emerald green columns that come up, and columns of light that are rising. You may notice this in your meditations. Now also, submerged larger crystals are becoming more active, and we are humming and singing the songs of Gaia. Now, I would like to invite you to check out my website, mountainspirit-healing.com, to direct you to some of my sacred and multidimensional healing modalities, along with my writings and videos, which are also on Diana Walk Between the Worlds on YouTube and the Can platform. Now, one of the latest Sophia Gaia transmissions goes as follows. I do descend like a dove from the light realms, lovingly and gently. It is your true being, especially in time of stillness, reflection, and contemplation. I am the gentle stirring in the heart, but once I am felt and recognized, I am the strong force of the Godhead, grace of the I Am grace. In the Christ rays and realms, the energy stirs and awakens more and more. It amplifies, it strengthens, with no hindrances or blocks to truly reach out, to rotate outward the pure message of the divine light and source. It will always be of the pure source, the compassionate light, a golden crystalline sphere, and to integrate for also each sphere and for your earthly sphere as well. Now again, there is much turmoil, of course, but if you listen to this true voice that runs in the center of your being, that can then spread out and outward with heart connected to mind and the earthly mind, and mind connected to heart, all connected to voice. I truly tell you now, more and more of my voices and instruments, the Christ-centered instruments especially, and those aligned with Gaia, those that want to maintain the true connection with strength and courage, to truly speak from the center connection, to uplift. It is not for the ego mind or entertainment, but for the time is now. It is for today and going forward. And in this message is the energy of the source and the true protection and elements of the divine love field. And with this, it is a healthy energy field. You can listen with your mind and take within your heart. And this mind, you can channel these messages. For through these voices can change the energy patterns of the auric field, and can also penetrate to the cells and what you call the DNA. We honor the sacred upliftment, and we integrate into every moment of our daily lives. And with the help of any angelic guardians, light beings, we will truly be surrounded and enveloped by the sacred light. So the centered in all the transgressions of the outward world will reflect off of us. We can have a soothing encasement where we can truly rest and feel the heaven or paradise on earth. Now, the solar rays are especially penetrating our earth, which helps in releasing certain energies and also in connecting to the great crystals in the layers of Gaia. Also, the energy is interacting more with the inner sun of the earth. Some of you in meditation probably have felt or witnessed this inner sun. You may notice a more intimate connection with the nature kingdom also on the surface, and more immersion into different layers of our earth or sphere. Now, since from the time I did the sun meditation video last year till now, I and others have been feeling the great loop of celestial energy and light codes from the central sun to Solaris, and then penetrating the hearts that are open to it, and then to the great heart or soul and light of Gaia. One solar message is as follows. Fiery ball of strong cosmic light shining till it penetrates all of our being, every fiber, cell, the great strength and wisdom and cosmic fortitude of Solaris. The solar light beings and guardian angelics welcome you in to the sun's sacred space. Any leftover adverse energy can be released into the large golden orb. With this is an exchange, for remember, Solaris gives freely and continually. with the divine field pulsating, full of strength and power. And if you are open to it, stabilizing codes. And now, with the way we are more angled to the center of the Milky Way and universe, and to the central sun, now every enlightened and refined light code is coming in. Also, the solar angelics would like to support you in their enlightenment, so you can better ride the waves of earth changes. We are there, we are in it, and the time is now. So again, so much has happened since the last time I did the solar meditation video last summer. And besides the eclipse, there has been so much activity. There's been a lot of solar flares, but also quite a few people are mentioning even more light codes coming in. And not just from Solaris, but then from the central sun. So the suns, again, are all connected. Solaris to our sun, to Sirius, and then other suns. And they all, suns and stars, represent different aspects. So you can actually do techniques where you immerse into them and dwell and really absorb and interact with them and the aspect. So today, after we ground, we're going to connect with Solaris, and then from there, if you wish to go on with your consciousness to the central sun, and then the grand central sun, if can do. So we are going to, again, for grounding, you really want to do a good grounding. And so you take some deep breaths, and it's good to do any kind of, breathing exercises and kind of breathing stretches or yoga like pranayama and others before this, and also throughout the day. Now, of course, the best time to meditate is, especially with the sun meditation, or sun's meditation, is early in the morning, between 3:30, 4 o'clock, and 6, when the sun is rising and the cosmic energies are still coming to the earth. And then you also have, with the sun rising, the solar energies. So it can be a very strong and effective experience. So we're going to ground, take some deep breaths, just let anything float away, any extra thoughts onto the clouds, like clouds floating away, and really breathe from the diaphragm, as you know, and take those deep breaths and just let it all out. And then send that grounding cord, of course, down, 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 through the earth. And if you're in a dwelling, just envision it going down through the floor, into the earth, through the different layers, the bedrock, the layers. And some people see like a golden or copper kind of spinning cord going down, and all the way through the sublayers and the strata. Might even sense or feel or see some crystals. A lot of times they're quite large, and just the different energies emanating from these crystals. And then then you can just dwell in this for a while. But today we're going to keep on just going through the process. And yes, quite a few purple, pink crystals, even some white stones in there. And then above that, and then we're going to continue on to the core of the earth, and that is where Gaia has her inner sun. So continuing on, and again, if you're a starseed, you might just go to a certain section or certain layer, but just keep on freely flowing to the core. And yes, and she's really emanating and pulsating. And again, this has increased, especially in the last year, especially since the eclipse. And you know, this has really increased. So just feel that pulsating. It's a natural kind of pulsating, and it's similar to your heart too. So really go into that beat. And the energy is rising up, and sometimes, and quite a few times, we'll see like an emerald green light, and with some gold, and it's rising up out of the white light, and through all the layers, and up. You might see some lava running down, but we're going to keep on going up, maybe even some inner earth dragons. And so much strength and also compassion is just rising up, and it's going to come up and cover through the coccyx region again, and up through the surrounding the body, and reaching up all the way into the sky and all the way to the sun. And meanwhile, we're vibrating even more, a strong vibration, especially in the heart center. And it's cushioned by the solar plex too, the golden, strong golden light. And you can even meditate like with a citrine over that area, and it's going to, and now we're going to expand out with no boundaries. And you may feel this spinning. It could spin horizontal and vertical, faster and faster, and some people may even have that inner white Christ light in the center. And just keep on, that keeps on moving and expanding out. And it's mixing with the emerald green light. So it's like also an encasement of protection. And we're just letting that go. Expand out. You can take even some more deep breaths. And I'm already feeling those sun rays too, the physical sun rays. And they're really shining down on the earth, even though it might not be the clouds had started to come in, and it's not, you know, a real sunny day, but there is some sunlight appearing through the clouds here in this forest of light. And so we are expanding out, and the sun rays, and sometimes they're even shaped there's like the spiritual energy rays that are like shaped like this too, and you can see them in your meditation, and they come down, really, you know, expand out to the earth from all sides and above, and just really immerse with the earth. And we're going to expand all the way out, and the earth, you know, even though it's hot in the physical sense, it's really in the spiritual energy. It is like a white white, very like white gold light and white in the center. And so that is more actually a cooling kind of energies. So we can actually immerse on a consciousness level, immerse with that. So any excess, energy that you feel is not harmonious with this light, it can just absorb that and burn it up. So we burn up any excess adverse energies, and also any thoughts that we haven't done before at the beginning. For the sun is Solaris is very transformative. You might even see some guardian solar beings or angelics, and a lot of times at the beginning you will see them and they welcome you in. Or you could just shamanically immerse into Solaris, and now it feels very natural actually. So we are immersed, and now the solar angelics, they are so joyful, and they're going around in a circle, in many circles, and we can join them. And also there may be a message for you. And lots of like golden smiles, little, suns within suns, all smiling and joyful. And now we're going to just absorb the strength and more light into our spiritual bodies, which will then indirectly be also absorbed into our physical bodies and even our cells and DNA. So we're really being enlivened. And also the brain cells too, the energy in the brain just enlivened, even more positive thoughts and enlightened thoughts. So we are purifying. We are transforming anything that needs to be transformed. And we are amplifying. Again, there is no limit, just amplification. Expanding out even more. And each sun or star has also like a portal. And from there you can go to other suns, or with your consciousness just expand out to the other suns, and you can stay here and just really dwell in this strong light. Or, again, some may expand outward to the central sun. Feel that ultimate, not only wisdom, but the ultimate light. And any light codes, now you may choose to hum or tone or speak anything that comes to mind. I'm just really going to dwell in this for a while. And again, Other times you just stay as long as you wish or you can. And with this is even can be a deep silence also, or instead that real strong deep peace. And we can feel this in our energy body. And again, could stay here for an eternity even. But today, for the video, we are going to just start the process of returning. But we can take all that light, any messages, and also it feels so good to have released any blockages before. Everything is harmoniously flowing. And then just to bring that back, we start coming back, to Solaris. And then also just dwelling there for a bit. You may receive actually some predictions too, besides messages. And we're going to thank the solar angels and any light beings we are so grateful for this experience. And again, this can be done anytime, especially in the morning when you have also even more time, and just really dwell in this elevated transformative light. And it does have the essence of the divine. So now whenever we draw our consciousness again back to our bodies, again, we were still grounded during this with the grounding cord into the core of the earth, and we're going to bring that energy back in alignment with our physical bodies. And also send it to, all the while Gaia was absorbing this, and she is continuously, but we're going to send our energies, some of it into the earth too, and back into her core. And after this meditation experience, just, of course, sit for a while in contemplation or quiet. And continue to be enveloped by the loving, compassionate, but also very strong energies. And of course, if you have a journal, then you can just jot down what you experienced, any messages, any drawings, and many blessings to you. Namaste.